Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Let's see, oh, fireworks are happening. Okay, Helga says yes. Hello, Helga, thank you. Mary says yes, thank you, Mary. Boars says yes, thank you, Boars, so much. Boars is our moderator. If you have any questions or anything, Boars is here. He's helping me out. Thank you, buddy. I really, really appreciate it. All right. Thui is here. Hello, Thui. Thui says yes. Carlos, howdy, howdy. Thank you, Carlos, for being here. Kadeen says yes. Hello, Kadeen. Charge Vitamin says yes. Good, good, good. And I saw Mary earlier. Mary's here. Hello, Mary. And we have Samuel. Good. Okay, there is Mary. All right. Well, it's great to see you all because, of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So I appreciate your time and your participation. Yes. So I want you to make sentences in the chat because I want you to practice your English and I want you to help others. How do you help others? You help others by your example sentences. Yes, we learn by examples. So the more you participate in the chat, the more you are helping. So help yourself and help others at the same time. Yes, indeed. Okay, great. Well, as you know, we always start our class with a toast. With a toast. So whatever you're drinking, pick it up. I have my orange tumbler, my beautiful orange tumbler, and it has hot coffee inside. I will be toasting with this. We'll have two toasts. Yes, two toasts. First toast is for the members. Yes, they joined the channel. They support me every month. Their names are in green. Let's give the green team a big thank you. Here we go. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Our second toast, it's for you because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, great, great. Now, today's lesson plan. And here it is right here on this sheet of paper. We have an idiom, of course. We always have an idiom. I will write the idiom on the board. I will give you an example sentence and the meaning, and you will make your own sentences using the idiom. After that, we have form a sentence. I will write a pattern on the board. There's also a worksheet and example sentences with illustrations. Then you will make your own sentences using the pattern. After that, we have a video dictation. There you will watch a video, listen, and write sentences word for word. Then we have another worksheet and is Automotive. So this is the end of our section on Automotive. It's from my book, Which One is Different? And today's worksheet with this book is on page 35. And you'll be rating yourself. So there you'll answer a question or a statement using a number, how you feel. If you feel strong about it, you give it a high number. If you don't feel strong about it, you give it a lower number. And then you'll make sentences using the grammar tense, the past perfect progressive tense. And of course, the topic is automotive, so we will use automotive parts of our car to make sentences. So that is our last topic today. So anyways, let's get right into it, shall we? And our first activity is an idiom. So I'll write the idiom on the board, and then I will give you the definition of the idiom. I'll write an example sentence, and you make your own sentences. So number one, and it is chain stores. Chain stores, chain stores. And it's a kind of a long explanation. So it's a series of stores in different locations joined together, joined together under one ownership. Under one ownership. It's a long explanation. I'm sure you know what they are, right? Like McDonald's is a chain of stores. I'm using American stores, right? Target, Walmart, Pep Boys, and so forth. Baskin Robbins. So a series of stores in different locations joined together under one ownership. So Starbucks, right? And so those are chain stores, and I will make an example sentence. Here we go. My example sentence. Prices in chain stores are generally lower than those in independent stores. Ooh. So we got long explanation, long example sentence. Sorry about that. It's kind of hard to write a short sentence using this. Prices in chain stores are generally lower than those in independent stores. Okay, sorry about the writing. Okay, so one more time. Prices in chain stores are generally lower than those in independent stores. So chain stores, they have, we call buying power, right? So for example, companies that make things, let's say, for example, I don't know. Okay, let's say this marker, right? So the company that makes this marker, this whiteboard marker, they sell their markers to stores, right? They make the marker, then they sell their markers to the stores, and then you go into the store to buy the marker. And of course, the chain stores, they have buying power, meaning they can buy many of these markers. So they tell the marker company, give us a lower price because we're going to buy many, right? And so they usually get what they want. So they get the pens at a lower price. Whereas an independent store, right? One owner, one store, and they don't have buying power. They can't say, okay, we're going to buy 1 million of these where the chain store can. And so they don't have the clout. They don't have the power to say, hey, we want a lower price. They have to accept the price that the marker company tells them. And so therefore, they have to sell the marker at a higher price because they pay a higher price for the pen. So it's not, a lot of times people don't like chain stores because of that, right? It's not fair to the little guy, the independent business owner, because they don't have the buying power that a chain store has. And so these days, maybe in the modern world, the chain stores are taking over from the independent stores, right? The mom and pop stores. So we'll call them independent stores. Also, we'll call them mom and pop stores. So that's mom and pop stores. And that means mother and father, right? So mother and father, family business, mom and pop store. And so they don't have the buying power that chain stores have. Buying power. Okay, so that is that is chain stores. So I want to see your sentences in the chat. And I know I've been talking into the camera, so I haven't seen the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right now, but I have Boris here. Boris is watching the chat. Okay, let's see. Okay, Kadeen has a sentence. I see Kadeen's sentence. I prefer shopping at small local stores because in addition to being affordable, they offer unique items that you can't find in chain stores. Yeah, okay, great. Kadeen, that is very good to say. I feel the same way, right? We want to give the mom and pop stores our business, even though maybe you pay a little bit more, but you get better service. You get, you can get things that you can't get at the chain stores because the chain stores depend on cheap goods, right? And so maybe a small company, they don't care, they can't make 1 million. So they make a few, they sell them for more, and they're good quality. So the chain store can't sell them, but an independent store can, a mom and pop store can. So good point there, Kadeen, I like it. Is that 7413 in the house? 74, do you have a new name? Kato and Emo, is that you, 74? I think you have the same, what's it called? The same logo, not logo, but the same, well, I can't think of it right now. Okay. Okay, Boris has a sentence. Today, the streets and motorways are dominated by chain stores. Yes. And that's not always good, right? Because when you go downtown, you want to see, you know, variety, right? If everything is just these big chain stores or box stores, that's another word we say, chain stores, box stores, because they're just like, they look the same and everything's the same. So like they're like just a box, where maybe an independent store, they can have variety, they have their own unique style. The owner of the store, they put their creativity into their store, where the box store is just like a factory or just, you know, a stamp. So there's not really any originality, there's not really any creativity, I guess. So chain stores, box stores. Okay, good. Hey, Irma. Irma's here. Hello, Irma. Mwah. Okay, Charge Vitamin. There are many chain stores which sell good items in my neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, like there's good points and bad points. So we can't, I mean, I go to Costco here in Japan. That's a chain store. And I like Costco. And for example, like McDonald's has a lot of good points, right? I like the food, and wherever you go, it's going to always taste the same, right? And it's a good price, a low price. You know how it's going to taste. It's clean. So there are good points too, right? It's not all bad. So yeah. And many people, you know, you don't have the money to pay for the items in the independent store. You know, maybe a lot of people are struggling, you know, it's hard for them to save money. You know, every month they have to pay their bills, and you know, things are getting more expensive. So the chain stores have a lot of good points, you know. Let's see, Irma, the USA Walmart is the huge long chain store. Yeah. So yeah, I think Walmart might be the largest chain store in the world. I'm not sure. I never really been to a Walmart. I've been in Japan for a long time, and I'm from Los Angeles, and we didn't really have Walmarts in Los Angeles. I guess they have them now, but in my area, we didn't have them when I grew up. We had Target. That was like my department store, like the chain store I like. I guess it's kind of like Walmart, whereas Target, like Walmart, I think, you can buy groceries, you can buy clothing, you can buy electronics, right? So if you need to make dinner, you need food for dinner, you can get it at Target. If you need soap and shampoo, you get it at Target. If you need a shirt and trousers, you can get it at Target. So maybe Walmart is the same. I think they even have gardening in Walmart, or I mean in Target. So if you want to buy some plants or flowers, or you need some seeds to grow vegetables, you go to Target. Okay, Carlos, Walmart is a chain store where you can find many items. Yep, and also like Home Depot, right, Carlos? I'm sure you visit Home Depot a lot. There's, for the home centers, there's Home Depot. There is Lowe's. And I think those are the two big ones, right? Home Depot and Lowe's. Thank you, Boris. Boris is our moderator. He's welcoming people in the chat. He's helping me out. Thanks so much, Boris. Samuel, the chain stores are different and more economic than the other stores. Yep. So there's lots of good points for the chain store. It's nice having both, right? It's nice having both. And yeah, so use both, right? So for your necessities, for like, you know, shampoo and soap and things like that, go to the chain store. But if you want something unique, if you want something special, right? Maybe you're gonna buy a Christmas present, you're gonna buy a birthday present, something special, go to the independent store. So use both wisely, use both. Be a good shopper, be a wise shopper. Hey, hello, Shafika. Shafika's in the house. Good. So Mary Poppins there, she's a new resident in the United States, and she moved to the United States, and now she said, I've already visited Walmart. Yeah, so of course, you know, maybe where Mary was before, there was no Walmart. So she goes to Walmart and she goes, wow, this is crazy. Right? Here in Japan, Costco, that's a large chain store. They sell food, mostly food. and in bulk, big sizes. So here in Japan, people go crazy, like, oh my God, I can't believe how big it is, how many you get, and pretty good price, right? And I'm sure Mary thought the same thing. Wow, I can't believe how big it is, how, you know, a good price, and you get a lot. Be careful, Mary. You could, even though like you go, oh, that's a good price, you could spend a lot of money, right? So you have to be careful. You have to be a good shopper, a smart shopper, a wise shopper. Okay, well, I'm looking at the clock. We got to change activities. What we're going to do is we're going to now do our second activity, form a sentence. And whenever you can make connections, right? Use the idiom with our patterns and our other activities. And the more connections you make, the better you'll remember the idiom and the patterns and the vocabulary, right? And that's how we grow our English skills, right? We want to remember. It's easy to forget, difficult to remember, right? So our goal, what we want to do is remember, right? When you remember, then you can use it, and then you can use your English in a real way. But if you forget, then you can't use your English. So our purpose is to remember all this, and so the more connections you make, the better chance you'll have to remember. Okay, so let's go to our second activity. Okay, Mary, good for you. Mwah. Oh, Carlos. Yes, Mark. Chain stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, AC Hardware. Right. So those are important for Carlos because he can get, like, for example, Home Depot has everything you need to build a house, to repair a house. For Carlos, it's very convenient. He could go into one store and get everything he needs, right? And so that saves him time, it saves him money, and he's a businessman, so that's important for Carlos. Okay, let's do our second activity. That is form a sentence. Number 2, form a sentence. And we've been doing these tag sentences, tag questions, but we're almost done. But we've done them all. So if you go back and watch all these live streams we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and the worksheets, right? You go to my Patreon, support me there, so I can support you here. And all the worksheets, we've been doing these tag questions, which are very convenient. And you'll see them all on my Patreon. So we're covering all the tag questions. Okay, here we go. This is the pattern. You haven't. And then we're going to put a word here. Have you? And this is that's our tag question. So, for example, eaten. I'm going to put eaten. Okay, you haven't eaten, have you? You haven't eaten, have you? So I think it's not, I'm thinking that you didn't eat, but I'm checking to make sure. So this is negative. So I think you haven't eaten. So, but I'm going to make sure, and I'm going to use a positive, have you? So I'm checking to see. I'm checking to make sure, right? Because I made lots of sandwiches. I've made lots of pizza. So I want to make sure you haven't eaten, because if you've eaten already, then all this food will go to waste. So I made this food because I'm pretty sure you haven't eaten. So I made sandwiches, I made pizza. So I am making sure. So I'm going to ask you, you haven't eaten, have you? You haven't eaten, have you? So I'm confirming my belief. I'm confirming, right? Positive. I'm making sure that you haven't eaten. I think I'm pretty, like I'm 90% sure you haven't eaten, but I want to make sure. So I ask you, you haven't eaten, have you? Okay, so there we go. And we're gonna look at a worksheet with illustrations and example sentences, right? Like I say, we learn by examples. So the more examples you see, the better you will understand and the better you will be able to use this pattern. So let's go ahead and look at the worksheet, and then of course you'll make your own sentences. Okay, so let's have a look at the worksheet. And I gotta find it. It's always a challenge for me. Oh, there it is, right there. There's the worksheet. And I need to make it larger, of course. It needs to be larger, of course. And here we go. And we got example sentences with illustrations, right? The pictures, the illustrations give context, give meaning, right? So here, only words. So maybe the words don't make sense to you. Maybe you can't understand the meaning from just the words. But if you see a picture with the words, then you go, okay, I understand. Okay, so here is our pattern, right? You haven't, have you? You haven't, have you? And so to confirm or check if something has not happened, right? So I'm checking to see you haven't eaten because I've made lots of sandwiches, I've made pizza, I've made popcorn. We're gonna watch the game and we're gonna watch the Dodgers play the Yankees. So I invited you over to the house to watch the baseball game, the Dodgers versus the Yankees in the World Series. I've made sandwiches, I've made pizza, I've made popcorn, I got drinks, I've got sweets, I got potato chips, I've got potato chips, I've got everything we need to have a good time while watching the game. We're gonna have a good time while watching the game. We're gonna eat, we're gonna drink, we're gonna enjoy the game. So I'm making sure you haven't eaten yet. You haven't, you are hungry. I want you to come over hungry. I don't want this food to go to waste. I went to the chain store. I bought bread. I bought potato chips. I bought meat. I bought vegetables. I bought popcorn. I bought drinks. And so I want to make sure you haven't eaten yet. Okay, there we go. And we have examples. Here we go. Our first two examples. You haven't seen my keys, have you? You haven't seen my keys, have you? Right? So they're lost. If you saw them, tell me. You haven't been to this restaurant before, have you? You haven't been to this restaurant before, have you? I want us to go together. I want us to experience the restaurant for the first time together. Okay, we got two more here. Here we go. Next, you haven't spoken to the boss yet, have you? You haven't spoken to the boss yet, have you? Right, so he has bad news. So if you know the bad news, tell me, okay? Our next example, you haven't heard the news, have you? You haven't heard the news, have you? Right, it's a surprise. I want to be the first to tell you it's a surprise, or it's very interesting. I want to be the first to tell you, so I'm making sure you haven't heard the news. Okay, and we got two more examples. Here we go. You haven't met him before, have you? You haven't met him before, have you? Right? So if I don't want to introduce you as never meeting before, so I want to make sure. And then our last example, you haven't changed your mind, have you? you haven't changed your mind, have you? Right? So I want to make sure you still feel that way. I want to make sure you still feel that way. I want to make sure you haven't changed your mind. Okay. We got example sentences here with illustrations. Now, of course, I want to see your sentences. Okay. Sylvia, hello Sylvia, I'm doing good. Anna, hello Anna. Okay, Helga, okay, gotten. So remember, we need the past participle here. Eaten, gotten. So we need, because we have, so we need the past participle. So for example, eaten, gotten. So these are for irregular verbs. And then if it's a regular verb, it's just ed. So either the past participle or ed endings. Right, so you haven't, okay, been, that is past part. But a regular, like you haven't played with the team, have you? Oops, whoops. What's that doing there? No. Okay, so you haven't played with the team, have you? Okay, so if it's an irregular verb, you need the past participle. If it's a normal verb, then it's ed. So you haven't played with the team, have you? Okay, good, Alice. You haven't done your homework, have you? Okay, good. Shafika, you haven't drunk coffee, have you? Okay, good, drunk. That's our past participle. Samuel, you haven't had an interview, have you? So here we want to use had an interview. Okay, Samuel? You haven't interviewed. Interviewed, maybe we're okay. You haven't interviewed yet, have you? Yeah, okay, no. I'm going to say that's good. Samuel, interviewed. Yeah. Usually we say have an interview. Okay, but that works. Okay, Samuel, good. Good job, Samuel. Okay, let's see. Katie, you haven't fed the dog, have you? Good. Mary, you haven't bought ice cream for the milkshake, have you? So Mary, we want the. We need the article, the milkshake. Shafika, you haven't gone to a new museum, have you? Or, okay, I think it's better to use the, because maybe both people are talking about the same museum. Like, it's a new museum, I know about it, you know about it. So making sure you haven't been, so maybe we can go together, right? So Shafika, you haven't gone to the new museum, have you? Oh, good, let's go together. Okay, so here we go. One more time, Shafika. You haven't been to the new museum, have you? Oh, good. Let's go together. Oh, good. Let's go together. Helga, we learned get, got. Yeah, maybe gotten is more British. Yeah. So when I moved to Japan, that's when I became an English teacher. So, I mean, we always teach gotten, but yeah, got works too. And maybe gotten is more British, but I've been in Japan for a long time. And I don't know, but I'm sure you're correct. So maybe gotten is more British style than American style. But it kind of also helps, kind of like you can separate them, you know, all three are different. Get, got, gotten. But got, you haven't got a beer, have you? You haven't gotten a beer yet. I like gotten. It just sounds, to me, it sounds more natural. I don't know why. Maybe I'm from California, I'm from Los Angeles. I'm thinking, I mean, that's a long time ago. I've been in Japan for like 28 years. I've been an English teacher here in Japan for 28 years. And it just seems more natural to me. And maybe I've always used gotten, even before coming to Japan. But maybe, you know, a lot of, you know, there's like word choice. And so it's just personal style. You know, a lot of times there are more than one way to say it. And so it's kind of just your personal choice. It's your own word choice. And kind of like, for example, often. And often. And so you can pronounce the T or not. And I usually pronounce the T. So I usually say often, right? So again, this is kind of like you have word choice, like got or gotten, and then sometimes you can have pronunciation choice. For example, with often, right? So like how often, and maybe because I'm from California, I'm from Los Angeles, and we pronounce the T. I don't know. I've always kind of pronounced the T often, but a lot of people do not pronounce the T. They say often. How often do you go to the beach? How often do you go to the beach? I kind of like the T sound, often. How often do you go there? How often have you been there? But you can say how often. So it's just kind of your choice, how you want, you know, what makes you feel more comfortable, what you think is more natural for yourself. And so kind of maybe the same here. Okay, good. And that's the thing about language. A lot of times it's how you feel more comfortable using. Okay, good. Okay, Irma, you haven't drunk your tea, have you? Good, Irma. Mary, you haven't taken out the rubbish, have you? Okay, good. Okay, let's go 2 more minutes, and then we're going to change activity. So I'm going to go ahead and put the worksheet back on the screen, and I'll put the timer. And so go ahead and write your sentences for 2 more minutes. Then we will do our video dictation. That's our next activity, video dictation. That is, we're going to practice adjective order. So let's go 2 more minutes making these sentences. Okay, we're going. The clock is counting down. Okay, let's see. Helga, you haven't seen this meme, have you? Okay, good. Irma, you haven't done your homework, have you? Good. And Boris is like doing a great job. And what Boris is doing, he's helping by responding to the people in chat using the pattern. So I think Boris is helping, but also Boris is helping others and he's helping himself too. So a lot of times when you are helping someone else, you are practicing yourself, which is helping yourself. So Boris is making questions to the chat using the pattern, which is helping himself. Because the more it's repetition. The more you do it, the more you use it, the more fluent you'll get at it, and it'll stick in your memory better. So, great job. Okay, charge. You haven't gone to a movie, have you? Again, I want to use the because you're talking to the other person and you're making sure, and so you're kind of both talking about the same thing. So in this case, I like the better. So remember the difference between the and well, there's a few ways to use and a few ways to use the, but one way we use the is when both the speaker and the listener are talking about the same thing, or they understand the same thing. They understand the same park. They understand the same restaurant. They understand the same museum. And so in this pattern, you're checking to make sure they haven't done it. So let's say there's a new museum in town and you haven't been, and maybe your friend, you're seeing if your friend has been, and you're using it in this way, a negative with the positive tag. You haven't been to the new museum, have you? So your friend knows about the museum, I know about the museum, so we're using the. And same thing with like a restaurant, a new restaurant. You've seen it, I've seen it. So when I say the new restaurant, you know the restaurant I'm talking about. So in this situation, in this pattern, I think it's better to use the, right? Because you're confirming with the other person that they haven't been there, they haven't eaten there, they haven't tried a dish like a certain. Have you tried the new lasagna at the restaurant? Maybe a restaurant you like, they have a new dish, right? So let's say there's a restaurant that you and your friend always go to, and oh, you haven't tried the lasagna, have you? Right? And so they put something new on the menu. Maybe McDonald's, right? Sometimes McDonald's has a new kind of hamburger, and so you're talking about that, and so we use the. So when both people understand what is being talked about, we use the. Okay, so in this situation, this pattern, I want you to use the in most cases, right? Maybe there's a few cases where you don't need that, where I would be better, but I'm thinking in most cases the is the best choice. Okay. Yeah, Shafika, good. You haven't been to the museum, have you? Okay, good, good, good. That's good. There you go. Okay, Mary, you haven't fixed the shed after the earthquake, have you? That was from Tuesday, Mary. You watched Tuesday. Mwah, thank you, Mary. On Tuesdays, it's a different time, right? On Tuesdays, our live stream class is at 5 p.m. So many of you here can't attend Tuesday because of the time difference. And on Tuesday, we have an activity called Lolly's Revenge. It's a conversation between Joe and Sue, two people. And on Tuesday's conversation was about an earthquake and their shed caved in. So the idiom was cave in, and that's when the walls come down, when the roof comes down on itself, cave in. And the conversation was about the earthquake, and the earthquake caused the shed to cave in. And so Mary used Tuesday's idiom with today's pattern. So that's making connections. So Mary's making connections. She remembered. She's able to use it. I'm so happy when you guys do that. I'm so happy when you make connections using different activities into another activity, right? Like for example, idiom activity, pattern activity, and you combine the two, making a connection. That is fantastic. And so she used the shed because we know what we both know the shed, right? From the previous conversation. Oh, thank you, Mary. Wow, you're a great supporter, Mary. Mary's on the green team and she watches my past videos. She watches the videos that she can't see live. Okay, we're changing activities now. And today, our next activity is dictation, video dictation. And the topic is adjective order. So we're changing activities. We are going to the video dictation now. Video dictation 3. Where should I? Okay, I'm going to put it right here. 3. Video dictation. And we have 4 steps. Step 1 is the dictation. So dictation is when, well, there are 8 sentences. I will read the 8 sentences and you will write them down. You have a pencil and paper. You will listen to the sentences and write them down. I will read each sentence twice, 2 times. Then after that, we're going to shadow the sentences. We're going to say the sentences together. So there's listening and writing, listening and speaking. Then we're going to check the sentences. We're going to check the sentences to make sure you got them correct. And then we'll have a quiz. And the quiz is to check to see if you remembered the sentence, right? So that's the goal, remembering. It's easy to forget, difficult to remember. And so that's our challenge. That's the quiz. Can you remember the sentence? And the topic is adjective order. And we are looking at, we're using 3 adjectives, 3 types, shape, right? So is it round? Is it square? Is it rectangular? Is it oval shape, right? And so the shape of the thing. So we use adjectives to describe things, right? So for example, my tumbler is orange. Orange is an adjective, right? Describing the tumbler, the thing, the object, the thing. And so we use adjectives to talk about the thing, to describe the thing. So here, how what comes first, right? So shape, and then material. Material. So we could say long, and this is aluminum. So the material of my tumbler is aluminum. So it's long aluminum, and then origin or purpose. So purpose, what's it used for, right? And so what's it used for? What's the purpose of this? And it contains coffee. Container of coffee. So it's long aluminum container of coffee. So it's kind of strange to say that, but we have 8 sentences, and each sentence has these 3 adjectives in this order: shape, material, purpose. So you need a pencil, you need paper. I will read these 8 sentences twice, and you will listen and write them down word for word. One thing, because we're using 3 adjectives in one sentence, the sentences are going to be a little long, or they're going to be longer than normal, because we're using 3 adjectives. On Tuesday, they were super long, so today I tried to make them as short as I could, right? You can't make them too short, then you can't use the 3 adjectives, and you can't use the what you're describing, right? So I try to make the sentences as short as possible, but you can't go, you have to, yeah. So anyways, they're shorter than Tuesday. So good luck. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay, so aluminum is a lightweight metal. That's right, Helga. So lightweight, it's a metal, right? And it's a good insulator. Aluminum is a good insulator, so it keeps the coffee hot or cold, right? So on a hot day, it'll keep something cold. On a cold day, it'll keep something hot. So aluminum is a good insulator, and it's made of aluminum. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to pop up the video right here. You need a pencil. You need paper for our dictation. And we're talking about adjective order, shape, metal, purpose. Material, not metal, material, right? So it could be cotton. So my shirt is cotton. My tumbler here is aluminum. The cap, the top is plastic, right? Cotton, aluminum, plastic. Oh, and this is wood. So I have a wooden pencil, right? So this is wood right here. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. I'm going to pop up the chat. No, I'm going to pop up the video. I will not be able to see the chat because I will be reading the sentences. So I will not be able to see the chat. I'll be reading the sentences. Okay, there we go. So let's bring it back here. Okay, so our order today is shape, the form or outline of something, right? Is it round? Is it square? Is it triangular? Or I should say rectangular. This is triangular. Okay, and then material, what something is made of, right? So the shirt is cotton, the tumbler is aluminum, the pencil is wood. And purpose, the function of or use of something, right? What's the function? What's the purpose? Oh, it's a container, a liquid container. It holds some things, right? It holds liquid. That's the purpose. Okay, let's do it. You need a pencil and paper. Are you ready for our dictation? Okay, I cannot see the chat. I see the sentences, not the chat. Okay, here we go, everybody. It's time to count down. It's time for our dictation time. It's dictation time. Okay, here we go. Let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll video. Okay, I have no control of the video. I'm not, no hands. 1, we bought a straight wooden dining table. We bought a straight wooden dining table. Two, I have a rectangular glass coffee table. I have a rectangular glass coffee table. Three, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. She uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. 4, they bought a curved plastic storage box. They bought a curved plastic storage box. Five, she needs round cotton makeup pad. Maybe there's a maybe. She needs a round cotton makeup pad. Maybe there's a mistake. 6, he packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. He packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. 7, he gave me a square velvet jewelry box. He gave me a square velvet jewelry box. 8, they set up a nylon camping tent. They set up a nylon camping tent. Okay, that was dictation. They were long, and the video was it was on a timer, the normal timer that we always use. So maybe you feel, oh no, I didn't have enough time. Don't worry. Don't stress. You will now, we will say the sentences. So you're going to have more and more opportunities to get the sentence, right? So maybe during the dictation, you didn't have enough time to write the sentence. Don't worry. Now we're going to say the sentences, and then we will check the sentences. You will be able to see the sentences. So each process, if there's words you didn't get or you didn't have time, you can now put them in, right? So each step we do, you get more information, okay? You get more repetition. You can do it again and again, okay? So the first time, if you couldn't get the whole sentence done in time, don't worry. It's part of each step of doing, and the more you do, the more physical you do, that is like writing and thinking and speaking, you're able to build the sentence. You're able to do more of the sentence. You will remember more of the sentence. So it's just each step, it's a building process, right? So if step 1, you couldn't get all that, that's normal. That's part of learning. And so, but we're gonna have step 2, we're gonna have step 3, we're gonna have step 4. So there's gonna be more and more steps for you to get it and remember it, okay? So now it's time to shadow. Well, I have to mark off the dictation part, so we did that. Now we're gonna say the sentences. You're gonna see a picture, but not the sentence, right? So we're gonna look at the picture and say the sentence together 3 times. So during the dictation, you heard it 2 times, right? Now you're gonna hear it 3 times, and you're gonna say it with me. So here's another step for your understanding, for your learning, right? Okay, here we go. Let's say the sentences together. Okay, so now there's a picture, right? So now when you say the sentence, you're gonna like understand the sentence better, because now we can see the picture. You can get the context, you get the meaning. Here we go. We bought a straight wooden dining table. We bought a straight wooden dining table. We bought a straight wooden dining table. Okay, good. I have a rectangular glass coffee table. I have a rectangular glass coffee table. I have a rectangular glass coffee table. Here we go. She uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. She uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. She uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. I want a cookie. I like cookies. I like baked, fresh, homemade cookies. Okay, number 4. They bought a curved plastic storage box. So you can see the curve at the end there. They bought a curved plastic storage box. They bought a curved plastic storage box. Okay, maybe we'll see. There should be an ah here. Okay, she needs a round cotton makeup pad. She needs a round cotton makeup pad. I need one for my head. She bought, or no. She needs, sorry. She needs a round cotton makeup pad. So I have a big face. My face goes from here to here. So when I'm in the shower, I wash my face. So I use face, or I use face, not soap, but I use like a scrub, facial scrub, and go like that, and then go. No shampoo for me. I don't use shampoo. I use face wash. That's it. Face wash. Face wash. So my face goes from. I have a big face. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Number 6. All right. Number 6. He packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. He packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Bent. He packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. He gave me a square velvet jewelry box. Nice guy. Rich guy. He gave me a square velvet jewelry box. He gave me a square velvet jewelry box. Okay, last one, number 8. They set up a nylon camping tent. They set up a nylon camping tent. They set up a nylon camping tent. Okay, good, good, good. That was shadowing. We said the sentences together. I'm thinking I made a mistake on that. Made a mistake. It's a dome tent. It's a dome nylon camping tent. I'm always making mistakes. I hope on the video it's correct. Right? The shape is dome shape. And there's no, in the dictation, there's no dome. I didn't write dome. We'll see in the check the sentences. So maybe there's another mistake because I didn't put the shape, did I? So the shape is dome. The material is nylon and the purpose is camping. So it's a camping tent. What's the purpose of the tent? It's for camping, right? That's the purpose, camping. But the shape, right? The shape is dome. Okay, let's I don't like making mistakes. Okay, we're gonna check the sentences. Here we go. Okay, oh, and I'll be able to see the chat now. So I'm gonna put down my, okay, so here we go. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Boris, my buddy. Thank you, Boris, helping me. Really, Mary? I thought they might be easier. Okay, you know what? Everybody, and I think, you know, Mary said that today sentences were more difficult for her than Tuesday. And it's basically like what you know, right? What vocabulary you have learned, what English you know. And so maybe for Mary, these words, these sentences, maybe she hasn't heard them before, or she hasn't learned them before. Where on Tuesday, oh, she heard those before. She's had experience with those words before. But maybe today, Mary has not had experience with these things, with these words, with these adjectives, right? So that's what's great, right? So every, you know, I think might be easy, you might think is difficult, right? So everyone has their ideas, everyone has their experiences, right? Everyone's, you know, have learned different things. So we could all come together and we're all learning something, right? So great, great. Okay, good, Mary. Okay, let's check the sentences now. Oh, if you got the sentence right, if you got the sentence correct, shoot some hearts. Show us that you got the sentence correct. And right now I'm shooting some hearts in the chat there. And let's check it out. Oh, Boris says cosmetic pad. You know, that works too, but here we're using material, right? So the shape is round, Boris, but we need material. So like a cotton. Usually those cosmetic pads are made of cotton. So we need the material, right? So we're practicing these adjectives. So even though maybe you use cosmetic pad, which is good, we're practicing material, right? And so cotton is a material. Okay, Mary. Okay, let's check. Okay, there we go. Here is the sentence. We bought a straight, round dining table. So straight, that's the shape. It's straight. the material is wooden, made of wood, and the purpose is for dining, for eating. Yeah, so good job. Okay, good, Boris. So if you got this sentence right, shoot some hearts. Okay, let's go next, number 2. Okay, number 2, I have a rectangular glass coffee table. I have a rectangular glass coffee table. Okay, our shape is rectangular, so that is long, so it's like a long square. Square, all sides are equal, but rectangular, 2 sides are equal. So the ends are equal and the length is equal. So these are equal in size and these are equal in size. So rectangular, rectangle. And then glass, that's the material, it's made of glass, and the purpose is for coffee. Put your coffee cup on it. Actually, it's also, we use it in our living room. It's low, right? It's a low table, and you could put your drinks on it. You could put like magazines, newspaper, things that you don't want on the floor. We don't want to put things on the floor. We put them on the coffee table, maybe your remote control, magazines and newspapers, and what you're drinking. Okay, Shafika said rectangular. Yeah, that's a hard word. So rectangle is the noun and rectangular is the adjective. So we use shapes to describe things, of course, right? And so this is rectangular. It's not square. This is rectangular. I don't see any square. So square is there. All 4 sides are equal. I have no squares here. Rectangular is that's a very common size or shape. Oh, actually, my mic here, this is square. So all sides are equal. So my mic is square. See it right there, my mic? That's square. Okay. Number 3. Here we go. She uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. So flat is our shape, right? So it's flat. Material is metal. So actually aluminum is metal. So there are many kinds of metals, and there's steel, there's carbon, there's aluminum. What else? Steel, carbon, aluminum. There's other metals. Anyways, so it's probably actually aluminum, but we're calling it metal. It could be a special metal for cooking, right? So anyways, so it's metal, and the purpose is for baking. All right. Alloy, yep. So many kinds of metals. Okay. Number 4. Okay, number 4, they bought a curved plastic storage box. So our shape is curved. It's curved shape. So you can see at the end, right there at the end, kind of where the handle is, that's curved out. It's curved out. And then of course the material is plastic, and the purpose is for storage. Storage, you put things away, right? And so for like maybe a long time. So I use these plastic storage boxes for clothing, right? So here in Japan, we have 4 seasons. Los Angeles, not so much, but here in Japan, We have summer, which is very hot. And then we have winter, which is very cold. And then we have autumn and spring, and those are mild. And so I just recently put away my summer clothes. And so I use these plastic storage boxes to put away my clothing. So I put away my summer clothes, my shorts, my tank tops, my swimsuits, and put them away. I don't need them till next year. and then I took out my winter clothes, you know, like my long sleeve shirts, my long pants, and a little bit of turtleneck here. And so anyways, so I use these for my clothes. Hey, Musa! Hello, Musa! Mwah. Welcome, welcome. The green team is strong. Okay, number 5. Okay. There's the first mistake. So anyways, I think I said round, right? And so on my paper that I read the sentences, I didn't put So anyways, she needs a round cotton makeup pad. The shape is round. The material is cotton. And the purpose is for makeup, right? Makeup pad. She needs a round cotton makeup pad. Good job. Okay, number 6. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Musa? I'm happy. Are you happy? Okay, good. All right. Oh, Shafika got it. Nice. I see a heart. Shafika got a heart there. Okay, number 6. This is a long sentence. Sorry. He packed his clothes in a bent. So remember, the dining room table was straight. This is bent. It's not straight, it's bent. Leather. The material is leather, and the purpose is for traveling. So it's a travel bag. There are school bags, right? The purpose of the bag is for school. So you have a school bag. There's a shopping bag. What's the purpose of the shopping bag? For shopping. Here, this bag, its purpose is for traveling. So he packed his clothes in a bent, it's not straight, it's bent, leather travel bag. Okay, number 7. Oh, Shafika got it. Nice. Okay, 7. He gave me a square. So there we go. There, that shape is square. All 4 ends are equal. He gave me a square. Velvet. So the material is velvet, which is a very soft material. And it's good for jewelry, right? Velvet is good for jewelry. And it's a jewelry box. So the purpose of this box is for jewelry. The plastic box was for storage. This box is for jewelry. So the purpose is for jewelry. He gave me a square velvet jewelry box. A duffel bag, like a duffel bag. Good, good. So a duffel bag is a soft bag that you could just stuff things in, right? So it's soft, and so you could just stick things in. Where like a suitcase, it's hard, so you can't just stick things in, right? Where a duffel bag, you could, it can get bigger and bigger, smaller, smaller. It depends on like, get it in, get it in. Okay, here we go. Number 8. And I think it should have dome. Come on, dome, dome, dome. Yeah, okay, so I didn't write dome for the dictation. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. So the shape is dome, dome shape, like my head. My head is dome. I have a dome head. So it's dome shape. They set up a dome nylon camping tent. Shape is dome. Material is nylon, which is kind of a plastic. And then the purpose of the tent is for camping. It's a camping tent. They set up a dome nylon camping tent. Those are the sentences. Those are the sentences. Let's okay, so there we go. That was check your sentences. Now it's time for the quiz. And there are 4 sentences. So this purpose is for you to remember. Check your memory, check your comprehension. Do you remember the sentences, right? If you forget, then you can't use it, right? If you remember, then you can use it, and that's what we want to do. We want to use our English. We want to remember our English. Here we go. Let's do it. Okay, there's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Write the sentence in the chat. Do you remember the sentence? Please describe what this is. Hey, Boris, if you can, in the descriptions, I'm now doing, you'll see like a sun, and it says Zoom talks, $20, 20 minutes. So, and then my email. So if you want to do like a 20-minute chat with me, you can contact me through my email. This is for anybody who wants to do like a Zoom face-to-face 20-minute English chat. Can you put that in the chat? So can you go below the video and you'll see Zoom $20 20-minute English chat with me. Can you put that in the chat for me, Boris? Thank you, Boris. Can you the whole thing, the thing from the, can you pull up from the descriptions, the actual 20 minutes, $20? That's it, Boris. Thank you so much. In the consulting, if you are thinking about starting your own YouTube channel and you want to, if you want to talk about how to do it, you can contact me, consult how I do my YouTube channel. Okay, let's see. Mary says, we bought a straight wooden dining table. Kadeen, we bought a straight wooden dining table. Good, good, good. Charge, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Samuel, we bought a straight wooden dining table. Charge, we bought a straight wooden dining table. Mary, okay, let's have a look. You guys got it. Yeah, Boars, you got, we bought a straight. You're welcome, Irma. Okay, there it is, right there. We bought a straight wooden dining table. Good job. That's it. Okay, good, Henna. Okay, here we go. Our next. Okay, there's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Write the sentence in the chat. And Boris, that the Zoom and the YouTube counseling, can you maybe, if you remember, like, can you do that like after like 15 minutes for me? Maybe like every 15 minutes. Throw that in the chat. Okay, number 2. Helga, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Very good. Boris, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Good. Mary, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Katie, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Good, good, good. Samuel. Shafika. Anna, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Good. Shafika, she uses, a flat. So we need to use the shape, metal, purpose. Irma, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Yes. Mary, she uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Good. Yeah, good, 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 Shafika. Okay, you guys got it, of course. There it is. There's the sentence. She uses a flat metal baking tray for cookies. Okay, here we go. Our third one, we have 4, so there's 2 more. So here is the third. Okay, there we go. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. There you go, Boris. Thank you, buddy. And Boris put the link to my Patreon there. You can get all the worksheets we do here. So support me there so I can support you here. So you can download the worksheets, do them with me together in real time. And my books, 4 books, Amazon.com. Boris, you're very kind. So lots of ways to help me so I can help you. Okay, there is our third one, sentence. Okay, Helga, she needs a round cotton makeup pad. Good. Round cotton makeup pad. Right? A pad, you could have like a scrubbing pad. You can have a writing pad. So there's lots of pads. This is a makeup pad. Okay, Boris, she needs a round cotton makeup pad. Very good. Shafika, she needs a round cotton makeup pad. So when we did the dictation, I put the a. Okay, so we need a because the a comes before the noun. So it's a pad. What kind of pad? A makeup pad. What's the shape? It's a round pad. What's the material? It's cotton. It's a cotton pad. What's the purpose? It's a makeup pad. But we could use them all. We could use them separately, right? So it's a round pad. It's a cotton pad. It's a makeup pad. But we can put them all together. It's a round cotton makeup pad, right? So you could use 2. It's a round makeup pad. That's okay. Or you could say it's a cotton makeup pad, right? So you can use 2, you can use 1, you can use 2, you can use 3. Don't go more than 3. So I would say 3's the max. You don't want to go like, you don't want to do, it's a round cotton makeup pad. Well, it's a Japanese, I don't know. So don't use more than 3. Well, good, Irma. That's it. She needs a round cotton makeup pad. Very good. Okay, we have one more. Good, Henna. Good, Anna. Katie, you guys are sharp cookies. You're sharp cookies. Okay, there is our last one. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Okay, Helga. He packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Boris, he packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Mary, he packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Katie, he packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Irma, he packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Charge, he packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Shafika, he packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Okay, nice. Well, you guys got it because you're sharp cookies. You're sharp cookies. Okay. He packed his clothes in a bent leather travel bag. Very good, everybody. That was our dictation, our video dictation. I used to do cards, but that's just wasting material. So I used to do this with cards, but that was just kind of just wasting material. So now I'm just doing it on video, which is better. Okay. There it is. Yeah, you did it. Good job. And today we practiced adjective order, shape, material, purpose, shape, right? The form, outline of something, what it's made of, the material, what's it made of, and the purpose, what's the function, what's the use of it. And that was shape, material, purpose. Good job. Well done. Let's put it away. Let's make it smaller. Okay, good. We got one more activity. Actually, in the chat, on top of the chat, there is a quiz. So you haven't done it, please do it. The quiz is on choose the best word. And it's a sentence with a missing word. And you choose which word is best for the sentence. It's on top of the chat. It's a white box. We'll do that after our worksheet. And our worksheet comes from my book, Which One is Different? And our topic today is automotive. And this is the last page, the last worksheet from this section. Our next section is professions. But today, our last page is page 35, Scale Yourself. The topic is automotive, parts of a car. So I will pop up the worksheet. You will make sentences, okay? Here we go. There it is. And again, on Patreon, you get the worksheets on Patreon or get the book at Amazon. Okay, let's have a look. And what we're going to do is rate yourself. So how we, I need to, I didn't do this, did I? Okay, so that was the quiz. That is done. And now number 4, which is right here, that is our worksheet, and it is automotive. So number 4, automotive worksheet. Okay, and the worksheet is two parts. Part 1 is you give a number to how you feel. So if you have a strong feeling about it, you give it a high number, like a 10 or an 8, however, degree, right? So 1 is a low degree. It's a like you don't feel strongly at all. You don't feel much at all, so you give it a low number. And then 5 is the middle, right? So you're like 50-50. You're in the middle. You feel I don't feel strong. I don't feel weak about it. I'm down the middle. Either way is fine with me. And then the higher numbers, the more you feel strongly, and then the lower numbers, how you do not feel strongly about it. 5 is in the middle, 1 is low, 10 is high, okay? And there are 4 statements, and you give a number on how you feel about it. Okay, so let's do it. There it is. So we got 4 statements. Number 1, gasoline smells good. How do you feel about that? Do you think it smells good? Give it a high number. If you don't think it smells good, give it a low number. 2, pressing the wrong pedal sometimes happens. Okay, do you sometimes press the gas when you should do the brake? Do you ever press the wrong pedal? Do you press the brake when you should press the gas? Do you press the gas when you should press the brake or the clutch pedal? 3, it's unusual to check tire pressure. Or no, it's usual to check the tire pressure. So are you always checking your tire pressure, or you never check your tire pressure? Is it usual for you to check the tire pressure, or is it unusual for you? Number 4, we will all drive electric cars in the future. How do you feel about that? Do you think we're all in the future, everybody will be driving electric cars? Thank you, Boris. Helga, 1 is 1 for Helga. Boris, 1 is 1. So they do not like the smell of gasoline. Not many people are liking the smell of gasoline. 2, pressing the wrong pedal sometimes happens. Whoa, that's a 3 for Boris. It's an 8. Oh no, Helga, don't drive a car. That's very dangerous. Sometimes on the news, like somebody, presses the gas instead of the brake and they go through a shop window, right? How did the car go through the shop? Why did the car drive into the shop? Why did the car drive into the convenience store? Why did the car drive into the department store? The driver pressed the wrong pedal. 10, Shafika likes gasoline. Is that it? Is that number 1 for you? You like the smell of gasoline? I kind of like the smell too. I kind of like the smell of gasoline. Listen to rock, and so you're pressing the gas all the time. Always the gas pedal. Okay, Boris. 3 is 9 for Boris. I usually check the tire pressure. Good, that's good. And Boris feels that we'll all be driving electric in the future. Same with Mary. I think, yeah, I give, me too. Shafika says, 1 is 10. Shafika likes the smell of gas. Let's see. Shafika, number 3. It's usual to check the tire pressure. That's good. Shafika has a 10. Irma, 4 is an 8. Irma, 3 is a 5. Actually, Irma, I'm kind of like a 5 too. So if I see my tire and it doesn't look normal, I check the tire pressure. So for me, it's kind of like an eye test. You know, it's like, okay, tire doesn't look right. I better check the pressure. The tire looks a little low. I'm going to check the pressure. Okay, good. So Shafika says, when I started to learn to drive, I checked the pressure. That's good because actually, I'm going to look at you guys. Your tire pressure is very important because, I mean, safety, right? You want your tires to be normal pressure, right? For safety reasons and for gasoline mileage. So if your pressure's low, your car is not, you're going to use more gasoline. So checking your tire pressure, two things. One, of course, is safety. And 2 is for fuel economy. Fuel economy. Fuel is gasoline. Economy means that you are using less gasoline. So checking your air pressure, making sure your tire pressure is at normal. It's important for fuel economy. It's important for your gas mileage, right? You don't want to waste gas. Gas is expensive, right? Shafika lives in California. Gas prices are very expensive in California. So checking your tire pressure is important for gas mileage. Yeah. So Irma says, I check sometimes, but not always. I do the eye check. Right? I look, you know, you're driving, you get out of your car, you lock the door, you look at the tires. Yeah, they look right. If they look if they bulge out a little bit, you know, the tires curved too much, you better check your tire pressure. Okay, that was the part 1, scale yourself. Now part 2, we're going to use some grammar to write sentences using the automotive parts, using car parts. And our car parts, right? So our car parts, what we did before, and we're going to use a certain grammar tense to make sentences. Okay, so let's check out the grammar tense. Let's check out the pattern, how to use the grammar. And it's right there. But of course, I'm going to make it larger so we can see. Oops. What's going on here? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to make it larger so we can see. There we go. Can you see it? So we're doing the past perfect progressive tense. And the example, I had been driving when the tire went flat. I had been driving when the tire went flat. So that's dangerous. You got to check your pressure, right? And how we make the past perfect progressive tense, subject, I had been. Okay, that we don't change that. I had been. Let's say it together. I had been. I had been. Okay, we're not gonna, and then the verb ing. So I had been driving. I had been drinking. I had been eating. I had been talking, okay? And then when. So when something happened, So you're doing one thing. I had been texting. Or let's say, okay, so you're doing in the past and you've been doing something, okay? Reading. I had been reading when, and then something else happens. So I had been reading when I got in an accident. Oh no, right? You weren't looking ahead. You weren't looking at the road. You were reading. You were texting. So two things happening in the past. One thing caused another thing. One thing caused another thing. I had been drinking when I crashed the car. I had been drinking when, right? So two things happened in the past. One thing caused another. So one thing happened, caused another. So here, okay, so I had been, and then verb ing, drinking, driving, reading, talking, for example. When, and then another thing happens. When the tire went flat. And so everything's in the past tense. Went flat, right? So the object is the tire, and then simple past. Went flat. Crashed. When the car crashed. So the object is the car. Here the object is the tire. Went flat. The car crashed. The radio broke. The kids jumped out of the car. I don't know. So we have subject, I had been, that doesn't change. I had been, she had been, he had been, they had been. So the subject stays the same, had been stays the same, been stays the same. So we have, so all our subjects, right? We have I had been, you had been, we had been, they had been, she had been, he had been. So the subject doesn't change, or like the subject, but then had been doesn't change. Okay, it's always going to be had been, he had been, she had been, Joe had been, Sue had been, they had been, we had been, they had been, you had been. That doesn't change. And then when, we need when, because that causes something else. When causes something else. When causes something else. When driving, or the object. When the tire. When the radio. When the steering wheel. When the car. When the window. Okay, the thing, and then simple past. So when the car crashed. When the window broke. When the steering didn't turn. When the phone, when my smartphone dropped. Okay, so let's see your sentences. And again, we learn by examples, right? We learn by examples. So this is very important because we have a complicated grammar tense, right? The past perfect progressive, right? So had been driving, progressive ing. Had been, I had been drinking, I had been talking, I had been eating when the car crashed. So when, the object, and then simple past. Okay, so it's a complicated structure, but it's useful. When we talk about something that happened in the past, two things that happened in the past and they're related, right? I had been reading when the car went off the cliff, right? So when you're describing two events in the past and they're related to each other. When, right? This happened when that happened. This happened when that happened. And it's in the past. Okay, so this is important to have example sentences for us to understand and to be able to use. Oh, Irma, I live in California. Hello, Irma. Shafika lives in California too, Irma. I live in California. I agree the gas is expensive. It's good advice to check your tires to save money. Yes, and that's very true. It's very true. Check your tires to save gas. Okay, Irma, last week okay, so Irma, had been. Those doesn't change. It's always going to be had been. Last week, I had been driving my car when I got my flat tire. That works, but we need had been. That doesn't change. It's always going to be I had been, you had been, she had been, he had been, they had been, Irma had been, Shafika had been, Carlos had been, Mary had been, Boris had been. So, Irma, we say had a flat tire. So, Irma, it's better. Last week, I had been driving my car when I got a flat tire. So, a flat tire. Okay, Helga. I had been learning on stream when the topic about cars came up. I had been learning on stream when the topic about cars came up. Yeah, good, Helga. Shafika, I had been using my phone when I got crashed. Okay, when I got in a crash on the way. Got in a crash. Good sentence, we just got in a crash. Okay, Shafika, one more time. I had been using my phone when I got in a crash. Yes, don't use your phone when you are driving. That's dangerous. Samuel, I had been riding a bike when my mobile rang. Good. Irma, I had been washing my car when a branch of tree fell out in front of me. So driving, you mean? Driving your car, right, Irma? I had been driving my car when a branch fell out in front of me. So we don't need a tree. A branch comes from a tree. Okay, so Irma, just branch. I had been driving my car when a branch fell out in front of me. So fall, we want fell. We want past tense. So look at the worksheet. Simple past. So object plus simple past. So your sentence, not fall, fell. That's the past tense. Fell out in front of me. Okay, Hannah, I had been texting when I got in a crash. Got in a crash. Got in a crash. Charge, he had been reading a book when his mother came home. Good sentence, Charge. Shafika, I had been using the AC when I drove my car. Yes, I had been using the AC, air conditioner, when I drove my car. Yes, when I drove, so you're using the simple past. drive, drove. Okay, Boris. Yeah, thank you, Boris. Mary, I had been jogging in the park when it started to rain heavily. Good. That's a great sentence. And that happened, not jogging, but like going to work, walking to the bus or walking to the train station. That happens to me. Okay. I have to use, we're almost finished. I need to use the bathroom now. I need to go to the boys' room. I need to go to the men's room. I need to go to the toilet. I need to go to the restroom right now. So we're going to do, I'm going to put the worksheet, write your sentences, and see, I got to go badly. So I will put the worksheet back up. I'm going to use the restroom. Please write your sentences. When I come back, then we will do our quiz in the chat. So if you can do me a favor, Boris, can you please check everyone's sentences? And I will be back in 1 minute. I need to use the restroom. I got to go right now. Okay, thank you. Sorry for making you wait. Okay, good. Okay, let's, okay, thank you, Boris, for taking over for me. Let's see, Charles, the mechanic had been changing my car battery when I came into the garage. Yes, good. Irma, I had been driving when a branch fell out in front of me. Perfect, Irma. Saima, I had been walking on the road when I bumped into the car. So you want to use the past tense, bumped. Okay, Saima? Okay, good, good, good. Well, let's go to our final activity. It's a quiz. On top of the chat, there's a quiz. Choose the best word. It's a sentence. There is one word that is missing, and you choose which is the best word for that sentence. So that is our last, right? We did, okay? Okay, we're all good, yeah? Okay, let's do the quiz. Let's check out the quiz. So on top of the chat, there's a white box. Let's open it up. Oh, balloons. Jeez, nice. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the quiz? All right, the sentence is, the of the building is very modern. The of the building is very modern. Choose the best word. Is it designing? Is it design? Is it designer? Is it designed? Does the sentence go like this? The designing of the building is very modern. The design of the building is very modern. The designer of the building is very modern. The designed of the building is very modern. Choose the best word. Designing, design, designer, designed. Good luck. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I am looking at the chat. Oh, Samuel, I had been watching a TV series when my friend came to me. Very good. Good, good, Samuel. Hannah, I had been helping my dad fix a car. And then we need when. So two things happen, right, Hannah? Two things happen. Irma, my son had been playing a game when someone entered the campus. Yes, good, good, Irma. Okay, Helga, the design of the building is very modern. Yes, design. Good, good, Helga. Hannah, design, yes. Charge, the design, good. Mary, the design. Boars, the design, yes. Design means cutting, modern means cutting edge. Thank you. Boars, very helpful. I know, Helga, the balloons. There were beautiful balloons, I know. I was surprised. I have no control. I do not control those things. I do not control the balloons. I do not control the fireworks. I do not control the thumbs up. Just go like that, and maybe there's gonna be a thumb up. I don't know. See? Sometimes I do it, nothing happens. So I have no control. Hey, Mayra. Hello, Mayra. We are finishing right now, Mayra. Thank you, very kind. Okay, so good job, everyone. Irma, the design of the building is very modern. That is correct, Shafika. That is correct. Yes, Samuel, the design is correct. Well, thank you, everyone, for being here with me. Without you, there's no reason for me to be here. And I want to give a big special thanks to Boars for helping out in the chat. Love you, buddy. Thank you so much. And tonight we have a premiere video. Thank you, Boars. So if you want to do a 20-minute one-on-one chat with me on Zoom, right there in the chat, you can see my email. Or if you want to consult with me about YouTube, there you go. You can contact me by email and we can set up a time. And anyway, so there it is in the chat. Please check it out if you want to speak with me in English, one-on-one on Zoom, face-to-face. If you want to practice your English, your speaking, we can talk face-to-face on Zoom, okay? And I will have a premiere video tonight, 10 p.m. So in 10 hours, we'll be back here again 10 p.m. Japan tonight. In 10 hours. In 10 hours, we will have a premiere video. It's a collection of 5 videos, and we will chat live, make sentences together live. So please come back in 10 hours. Join me for our premiere video, 10 p.m. Japan time. That would be fantastic. Mary, thank you so much. Green team, thank you so much. Boars, thank you so much. Boars, you guys are smart cookies. You're a one smart cookie. I like that expression. You're a smart cookie. Irma, green team, thank you. You guys support me every month. I really, really appreciate it. If you want to join the friendly green team, support me so I can support you. Your name will be in green. I will be able to see your name easily, and you get the member only content. Yeah, so join the channel. I got a Patreon where you can download the worksheets we do here, Zoom for one-on-one English chats together, 20 minutes, and anyways, Amazon, all that, everything's in the descriptions. You guys know. Okay, let's hopefully come back at 10 in 10 hours, and we can watch 5 videos together and chat together. Use the patterns in the videos. There it is. Thank you, Boars. It's great to have Boars here with me. Very helpful, and I can't do it by myself, so thank you, Boars. Okay, let's say goodbye together, shall we? I'll be back on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is the 28th, I think. So on Sunday, this time on Sunday. So please come back on Sunday. That will be the 28th, 10 a.m., just like today. We'll do a live, and we'll do a worksheet. So on Sunday, we got a worksheet. It won't be as long as today. We're 2 hours today. Sunday will probably be like 1 hour on Sunday, and we'll do a worksheet together on the 28th, 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. on Sunday. In 10 hours, we'll have our premiere, and hope to see you tonight in 10 hours and on Sunday. And Boars, one more time, thank you. Green team, one more time, thank you. And let's count down together. Let's say goodbye together. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile. When you smile, you are happy, and you spread that happiness. When you smile, other people smile. So you are spreading happiness. Be safe. Stay healthy. Be safe. Stay healthy. And I will be back in 10 hours and on Sunday. Let's say goodbye together, shall we? Here we go. We are counting down, saying goodbye. One more time, green team, mwah, love you. Boars, mwah, love you, Boars. Thank you. I can't do it by myself. I really appreciate you and your help. Okay, we are counting down and saying goodbye. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile, be healthy, stay safe. Okay, take it easy. We're counting down. Are you ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, and I will be back in 10 hours and on Sunday. Until then, take it easy. Bye. Thank you.